What is up, guys? It's your boy. I'm here to do a video about a minimal desktop experience that I've created for myself. Are you guys ready? Please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the cool things if you want me to keep doing this. Not saying that I'm going to quit anytime soon, but it's good motivation. Anyway, so basically, here's the question I asked myself. Do I really need a bar? I hate bars. I'll be completely honest with you. It's not necessarily the configuring because I do like to tinker stuff, but it's the real estate. It's the screen real estate. I used auto hide on Windows like my whole life on the taskbar, and when I moved over to Linux, I did the same thing with like KDE and XFCE and Cinnamon, and basically I got really used to just not having it on the screen. And then I get into the tiling window managers, right? So my first tiling window manager, we actually have come full circle with this. I am using BSPWM again, but that was my first one. I used one of the community edition ISOs that Endeavor OS had, and it was pre-configured. It had polybar, a bunch of cool stuff, like all the all the usual suspects, Dunst, PyCom, all that sort of stuff. And I used that for a while, and it taught me a lot about messing around with configuration files, and I learned a little bit of CSS out of it just from playing around with Polybar, or is Polybar CSS? I might be confusing that one, but that's neither here nor there. It was a good thing for me to get my feet wet on, and so I'm going through this whole process over the week. I'm like, ah, man, I really need to get rid of this bar. I really need to get rid of this bar. And I start looking around, and I seen, there's like 2 videos maybe on YouTube about running a tiling window manager without a bar, or like, I don't know, like maybe there's more, but I didn't look very hard. Because whenever I go to look for these things, I typically just search around on the search engine and I read. But anyway, I start seeing things about no bar with BSPWM, and I remember this like a while back. I was watching something, I forget what it was. It might have been one of the podcasts, it might have been one of the videos. No, it was a podcast, and Matt from Linux Cast reads the comment out of the chat. And he's like, BSPWM with no bar, and then he like kind of laughed at it and like shrugged it off or whatever. But like this is a thing. So like I start thinking about it, and that's like kind of one of the things that kind of got the almonds activated or whatever. So let's talk about my setup. Okay, what do you need a bar for? What are the things that you typically need a bar for? You need a bar to see kind of like what's going on with your system resources, which in reality, that's kind of stupid because everybody has a top, and you saw how quickly I just accessed that. It's a keystroke, and it's 5 keys, and then the thing's open, right? So, okay, I don't need that. Network manager, I don't use Wi-Fi. I'm plugged in. And when I do use Wi-Fi, it's on my laptop, and I have a completely different setup on my laptop. So I don't need that. The volume, I don't really need to see what my volume is or my audio because it's typically always set the same, and I can open up, whatever, or change whatever I need from the terminal. So that's kind of pointless. And then what do we have left? We have a system tray. That's the other normal thing that I use. System tray, I basically have no use for. Discord, I changed the way that I use Discord so it doesn't auto start anymore, and it doesn't stay open in my tray. It's once I close it, it's closed. So that's pointless. OBS is something that I would have up there, but then I realized like I don't necessarily need to look to know if it's recording or not. Like, bro, it's recording. So I keep this open on my 10th desktop, so it's way out of the way. I'll never come over here. And then I use a keystroke to start and stop the recording. So Alt Shift R is starts the recording, and Alt Shift S stops the recording. So I can do that. What else would be up in there? So like Steam, and like Steam, I don't necessarily need that. I don't need it to launch the stuff. I open up Steam, I click on the game I want to play, and I'm not really playing a ton of games. I'm playing like King of Craps, bro. You know what I mean? And like, who cares? So I don't need any of that. So what's the fucking point of the bar? Well, the only point of the bar left is the date and time. And kind of what I did was, if let's see, I think I still have it in my history. Yeah, we come here to the SXHKDRC, and I'm gonna jump down to the bottom of the file here, and I added some stuff in. So this is gonna be the one right here that we're gonna be talking about, which is Alt D. And what it does is it sends a notify send command that sticks around for about 8 seconds. And then this like minus I, this is just a dummy path because this is gonna force the notification through Dunst. And normally you can have like a little icon in Dunst. So this minus I and this dummy path basically gets rid of the icon. And then I have my date and format stuff. I'm gonna be full disclosure here. I copy and pasted this date and format stuff because every time I look at date and format stuff, it confuses the ever living crap out of me. So yeah. And then, some of these other ones, like, so variety minus N, variety minus P, what that does is, yeah, it makes me able to switch back and forth between, whatever wallpapers I got going. That's very nice. And yeah, and then I added this in here. I gotta fix this though, because I realized I think I have to put different stuff in here, but this just basically uses controls my volume knob on my keyboard. So yeah, everything else in here I've basically left the same. I changed my terminal to kitty and super space bars for the terminal, and then D menu goes off as super D, and then I have it set up in the normal jdanks monochrome black and white high contrast. uh what else? What are the other features in here? So, there's a couple of ways that I can switch things around. I like using NWG look, and I can come in here and I can change, like, the theme, my GTK themes. I can come over, I can pick different icon themes. This is all going to look very tiny because it doesn't scale out properly on the resolution of my TV, but, here's where we control all the things. Very nice, very easy. Um, I don't have, like I said, a ton of packages installed on here. If you look, see, it's 895 packages, and I have literally every single thing that I normally use installed. So that's pretty good. What else? Yeah, I'm pretty all set with the bar. It takes out a lot of screen real estate, and I just feel like this looks better. And you might be asking yourself, oh, well, you jump around on all your desktops and blah blah blah, but there's no indicator to show what desktop you're on. Well, let me tell you, bud, I have memory. I have not the greatest memory, but for things like this, I have very good memory, muscle memory, figuring stuff out, and I kind of always keep my programs set up on the same desktops and I use them the same way. I don't use those rule things because I don't know. It feels a little totalitarian or whatever the word is. It feels like little, little bit too much like somebody's forcing me in a box. So I don't use window rules for that stuff. I just let it open up on whatever desktop and I just memorize it. So first desktop is usually Discord. Second desktop is usually a web browser. Third desktop's a text editor. Fourth desktop is my file manager. And then fifth and so on is just kind of play around. I do whatever, open up GIMP, open up a game, and I kind of just keep everything open for the most part because a lot of these things that I use outside of a browser are very lightweight. They're not taking up a ton of CPU space or whatever. um what else? So we'll go into my BSPWM config real quick. I'll just kind of show you what I got going on. I don't have it fully set up the way that I normally would, like the nice way. Yeah, right here. This is literally the default config. The only thing I've added is, I don't know, there's some like, this doesn't actually work. I can take this. Actually, let's just, you know what? Let's just take this out. It was written wrong too. I don't know what I'm doing. Boom, we don't need that. Just what I did is I have that all handled through X resources. So, hey, we don't need that anymore. Let's escape and let's write. Okay. Oop. I'm on some caps lock stuff. I got really used to the caps lock being on, and the escape key being swapped, and now it's like messing me up because I'm like, okay, there we go. So yeah, I have Dunst starts up, Variety starts up, and PyCom. Like real easy. I've got, my border width real thin. I don't need to have like it's because if you think about it, like I'm moving back and forth, like I just need a little bit of something just to know where I'm at. Um, yeah, yeah, that's really there's not a whole lot to really talk about there. And I think that's about it for the video. I can't think of anything else. Oh, well, I got the normal. I set up whatchamacallit, the Vim keys. So let's say, oh, let's go. Let's go to YouTuber. Okay, we'll go to the YouTube. So like I have like what's that thing again? What's it called? Oh yeah, Vimium. So all my little hints show up and I can be like, "Oh, let's go look at my notification." Oh, well, let's probably not do that. Let's let's go to my subs, right? So now I can move over to my subs. It works pretty good. I don't know what's going on with my internet right now. It's like that time of the night where it goes slow in my area, I guess. Okay, so enough rambling on about all this thing. Minimal software. Minimalism, desktop minimalism, my thoughts, my opinions. I think this is probably the limit that I would go. I know a lot of people are, they do some weird stuff over there on the internet. And I don't know if I'm gonna stand in line with these people that are doing the super crazy stuff, but I think, yeah, using something like this is perfectly acceptable for a minimalist setup. You don't want to kill yourself with minimalism. And honestly, the way that I look at it is this: if you're using a tiling window manager and you're on like a halfway modern machine, like you're gonna have plenty of resources to go around. Obviously, your browser is probably gonna hog up most of it, but that's just the case with anything. Like, I don't think there's really a way to use a browser without it being crazy bloated. Oh, excuse me. Um, yeah, don't make yourself crazy over it, but at the same time, like you want to think about like other things too. Like another big, I'm like going in a million directions. I'm sorry. So like another big thing about this is like I'm trying to force myself to use and learn about things that I don't normally learn about. Like Dunst, for instance. I don't know jack shit about Dunst, but over the course of a night, I figured it all out, and then, bung! Now I have my stupid little notification. I don't really. I was thinking of adding more stuff like that, but I don't have any real ideas for anything to do more than just the time, which is unfortunate because I would love to have a bunch of weird commands like that. That would be really cool. Um, yeah. So hey, like, comment, share, subscribe, post me on Twitter, post me on Discord, post me on the places. Um, let me know what kind of weird minimalism setup you like to use. I know everybody's got a little something like this. Like, what's the bare minimum? Just let me know. Maybe you give me an idea for something. So, I'm gonna be out. I'm just gonna sit here laying in bed waiting for a cosmic desktop. Alright, check you guys later.